Start in 30 seconds.
And now, introducing Casey Carter.
I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that inside buttercup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up.
Erotic boudoir. Adult, intimate, sexy, sensual. Allow AJ and Nick, the dynamic mother-daughter team, to assist you in customizing a personal pleasure package tailored to your intimate needs. They are highly knowledgeable and offer a professional touch. You can visit their store located at 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, or browse more discreetly on their website at erotic-boudoir.com. And please be assured that both AJ and Nick are available to answer any questions you may have. Erotic Boudoir, helping you prioritize your pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Carter.
Okay. You know, I kill it. I use Lorenzo's voice on everything. You know that there's like that hot sauce or whatever that sauce is that says, I put that shit on everything. Yeah, that's what I do with Lorenzo's voice. I put that shit on everything. Wherever I can put it, I'm going to put it. So, hey, it is Wednesday. Greetings to you all. Hey, hustler. Ms. Toxic Goddess, Jason, I see you. Hey, Chrissy. So, yeah, listen, last week I had the absolutely drop dead gorgeous Tyomi Morgan on the show with me. So, in this moment here that you see, we're posting at the same height. But if you were watching the show, I was on a booster seat, like stacked pillows, in order to be same height as Tyomi because she's 5'10" and a half. Got to give her the half. And we sat down on my sofa, and it was like, you know, a mom with her kid sitting there. So it was fantastic. It was so fantastic. I didn't realize that while she and I were, gabbing through the commercial break, y'all could hear us gabbing through the commercial break. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. I mean, we had a fantastic time. We ran our mouths nonstop through the show, through the commercial breaks. Because also, if you know anything about Casey, I do a 1 hour show. That show ended up being 2 hours, and I it wasn't until about 9:20, 9:30 that I even acknowledged the fact that the show had run over. So that says a lot, right? Yeah. Well, Tyomi was still at my house 2 hours later, running. We were busy talking. And so, yeah, we had a fabulous time. I am so thankful to Tyomi for being my guest, for coming to my home, which I don't invite folks into my home. So that was a big deal, too. And it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. And so this week, ooh, let me tell you, y'all aren't ready. You are not ready. I've got like the two ends of the spectrum, right? I've got Ella Dorsey, who is just, she's like, I see her as like this smooth, soft spoken, firecracker. And I know those two things don't go together, soft spoken and firecracker. But if you know her like I know her, it makes sense. And then we've got just burst of energy, Miko the goddess. And let me tell you something. I met Miko through Ella. Ella was like, "Oh my God, you have to meet this girl. She's like, you will thank me later." And sure enough, I was like, "Thank you, Ella." Because that energy, listen, as you know, I don't have a problem with finding something to talk about. I just held the mic there for her to talk because there was no point in me trying to jump in. She had the whole thing, she had it down. So I love talking to Miko. I love the fact that I did an interview with Ella who didn't want to do the interview, but she did it for me. Was one of my biggest interviews from last year's Exotica. And I love reminding her every chance I get that she was one of my biggest interviews from last year's Exotica. So get ready. Get ready. But first, it is still Women's History Month. And as I've been saying all month, if you didn't know, Women's History Month every year has a theme. And this year's theme is providing healing, promoting hope. Now, being that, I describe myself as being a sex educator and a fetish expert, and basically, look, that makes me a part of the sex industry. I wanted to talk about the healing powers of sex work. I wanted to highlight what it can do for you and that it's not just sleeping around and something scandalous or salacious. There is actual benefits, and quite a few of my friends provided me a video to share. And so I wanted to revisit the video from Amina Peterson, the founder of Atlanta Tantra Fest and the Atlanta Institute of Sexual Healing. I think that's right. Well, it's in the video, so just watch the video.
Hi, Casey Carter, and hello, everybody. This is Amina Peterson. I'm the founder and director of the Atlanta Institute of Tantra and Divine Sexuality, and I have been in sex work in some way, shape, or form. So I started about 25 years ago, so it's been a little bit, and I wanted to just offer a little something about the healing power of sex work, and really just to kind of reiterate the healing power of sex and how having that available for everyone who desires that without having to be engaged in a permanent style relationship, without having to experience sexual pleasures and medicine without engaging in consensual adult space together. Really robbing us from that is so much more harmful than I think any of us are really calculating, or we'd be all at the Capitol buildings yelling at the faces of our legislators and telling them that we deserve access to the medicine that sex offers. The ability and the history and the tradition of working as a sex worker, offering erotic touch, offering the powerful magic that's available in penetration, offering sensual massage and cuddles even. I'll go as far as to include cuddles in there, because a lot of times we think of sex just as something that belongs to the genitals. But if we twist our idea of what sex and sexuality really is, like if we take away the idea that it can only be in sexual intercourse, then we're opened up to so much more potential, right? So then something like cuddling does actually become sex. And so cuddlers are also sex workers. Humans need touch. Humans need connection. And whether you believe it or not, we were designed to fuck. That's a part of our being. That's a part of who we are. We experience immense pleasure when we're having sex. We our body, and that pleasure is not just like, oh, I feel good. Like, it's not like some frivolous pursuit of pleasure. The pills, the little pills that you get when you go to the psychopharmacist, and they prescribe you pills to help regulate some of the chemicals in your body. A lot of those chemicals are regulated in safe, consensual, enjoyable, pleasurable sexual experiences, in the phases of arousal, and in the aftermath of that. That we produce these chemicals in the body that actually make us feel good. And so getting to accept that, accept your humanity, who you are and how you were created, is as much medicine as any of the stuff that, as any of the things that you go to the store and traditionally get, to help relieve pain and tension. We know that sex is useful for the relief of pain. We know that sex is useful for the balancing of hormones. We know that sex is useful for so many medical functions. And then we act like it's only supposed to be available to the people who follow a certain set of rules and come into monogamous style or relationships, or elevator style relationships, even when they're not monogamous, or something that looks and mimics the construct of marriage, right? And so this changes that a little bit. Switching our understanding to recognize sex as medicine, and therefore sex work as a medical healing sacred practice, allows us to turn away from that colonized view of the body that was clearly placed in our minds for the advance of one group of people. And so it's time we kind of scratch our heads and say, no, maybe start writing some folks and saying we deserve the beauty of sex as medicine, and sex work qualifies as that. It is healing work. It always has been since the beginning of time, and it always will be. I'll be sure to make sure that, or I'll be sure that while I'm here, I'm a big proponent of keeping it at the forefront of our healing practices. All right, so thank you for listening to me, and I hope that you are having a beautiful start to your Women's History Month. And I look forward to seeing you in the social world moving forward. Y'all have a beautiful one. Peace.
So it has been super, super important for me to really highlight the advantages of sex work, the healing power of sex work, the benefits of sex work. If you've, again, watched Casey at Night for the month of March, you've seen different viewpoints. I've had submissives who have talked about it. I've had people like Tayomi who talked about how it had benefited her personally. And so I want us to start to reevaluate how we view sex work and who we see as sex workers. Because as Amina mentioned, cuddlers could be considered sex workers. And we're just cuddling. We're just, embracing one another and sharing that energy back and forth. So, yeah, reevaluate your thoughts on what sex work looks like and what benefits you can get from sex work. Quick shout out to Kelly Gardner. And we already had Hourglass podcast pop up. Hey to you guys. And next, guess what time it is? It is time for 5 reasons to watch Casey. And I just realized I forgot to hide them again. This is what happens when you're running your mouth through the promos and you just so let me, bring Lorenzo up. Um Lorenzo,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't even know what to say.
Hey,
So
what do you have? I got the list with me.
Okay. Well, the problem is I forgot to. So just hold on one second. Don't look, y'all. Don't look. Pretend like you can't see what I'm about to put up on the screen. And let me just fix this real quick. I can't fix it fast enough. I know. So just pretend you didn't see nothing. All right, Lorenzo.
Yeah, they didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Just play along at home. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, Lorenzo.
All right, and welcome to Casey at Night and the 5 reasons to watch Casey. Number 5.
Thank you. I was going to say, don't get me in trouble. You know I'm not allowed to say it. So
That's right. To see what body paint will Miko the goddess wear at Exotica Chicago? Number 4. To find out what really excites Ella Dorsey. Number 3. To see Casey's pearly whites.
we'll get back to that in a minute.
Yeah. Number 2. To look at Casey's awesome photo shoot pictures.
Yeah, we're gonna look at that in the commercial break, y'all.
Number 1.
Oh, right. Hold on. I gotta get ready.
Yeah, get ready. Of course, as we all know, the cleavage cam.
Woo woo. Okay, wait. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, and let me just make sure I get this on the camera. Just okay.
New York in the house.
Yes. Thank you, Lorenzo. As always, I greatly appreciate your assistance in the countdown. One of these days, I'm gonna get this right and make sure to black
you
out.
did good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hourglass podcast said 1 through 5 got us all excited. That's what I like to hear. And thank you, Kelly. Yes, Kelly. All right, y'all. Time for segment break. We'll be back. Erotic boudoir. Adult, intimate, sexy, sensual. Allow AJ and Nick, the dynamic mother-daughter team, to assist you in customizing a personal pleasure package tailored to your intimate needs. They are highly knowledgeable and offer a professional touch. You can visit their store located at 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, or browse more discreetly on their website at erotic-boudoir.com. And please be assured that both AJ and Nick are available to answer any questions you may have. Erotic Boudoir, helping you prioritize your pleasure. And I'm back. And shout out to Chrissy. She's like, love the Yankees jersey, but the boobs more. Hi. Okay. So yeah, them boobs ain't going nowhere. That's genetic, y'all. There's genetic. I gain weight, I lose weight, and the boobs only change like that much. They always tend to look like this. So anyway, it is time for my first guest, and I don't know what to say other than, we met in Miami. I saw her, she saw me, and she took it upon herself to come over and say hi and introduce herself. And she has not been able to shake me since. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Ella Dorsey. Hold on, Ella. Hold on. Hold on. How are you, beautiful?
Good. I think when we met, I came up to you and I was like, I just want to tell you you're super pretty. That's it.
Yeah, you said something like that. I don't recall, but maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it's something. I don't know. But, I had seen you when I got off the elevator. Like, literally, I saw this brown complexion with a wrap on her head, and I was like, oh, that's different at Exotica. So when you
Humidity
came
girl.
over to speak to me, I was like, oh, okay, yes, thank you. Yes. Okay. Now I get to know who this woman is with this rap standing amongst folks who don't look like us. Okay. So Ella Dorsey. Um
Hey, girl. Hey.
Give us a little bit of background on who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Ella. I'm an event administrator for Chatterbait. I also run a few of their photo shoots, and offsite, I do a lot of boudoir photo shoots as well. I'm all about bringing out the natural essence and sex in another person.
Hold on just one second.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just all about bringing out the essence of sexy in a person, making sure they're happy, making sure that they know that they are sexy. They don't have to do anything, extra. Just be yourself. So that's basically my job. That and hurting horny kittens as what I've been told.
Okay, so that right there, let's talk about that because that leads me to want to talk about that interview I did with you. And let me just say this. Okay, some of you are probably thinking, I don't get it. What's the big deal? Big deal. You did an interview. And if you follow me, you know I do interviews at Exotica and I post up the interviews. And the interviews are of a lot of different people. They're of, people who do porn, people who cam. I did a magician. I have an interview with some young ladies who are apothecaries. So they have lotions and potions and oils and things of that nature. And Ella was different. I wanted to interview Ella because Ella wasn't any of those things. Ella technically is behind the scenes. And but her behind the scenes is so significant. It is, as she said, she's there hoarding the horny. She said kittens, it's their cats. They're mature. And if you've ever been to Exotica, that booth is massive and it's got stuff happening on either side. And sometimes the stuff spills out into the aisles. And she's running all like she's organizing, running, pointing and telling people what to do. And I had to interview her. And so why her interview is such a big deal? She had over 10,000 views on her interview. She doesn't get naked. She doesn't cam. She is literally behind the scenes. So think about this. Someone who was literally behind the scenes had over 10,000 views on their interview. Ella, you are the shit. As we were saying before in our pre-show, you're that bitch.
It's like I said, it's crazy that I got that many views. I'm grateful, you know. I have a great team that I work with, you know. So it's a well-oiled machine, and when something happens, I'm always there to make sure that it's not seen, or, you know, it's not blown out of proportion or anything like that, you know, reminding people we're here to have fun. We're here to talk about sex. We're not saving lives. We're just having fun, you know. And once they remember this, you know, people start having more fun. And if you have more fun, then more people are going to come to the booth and they're going to interact. You know, the last time, I think it was DC, we had a bunch of people around our booth because we were just having so much fun,
That's
you
what I
know?
was thinking of when I talked about spilling out into the aisles. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I remember about DC. Y'all were packed in so tight that it was in the aisles.
It was crazy. It was crazy. We were safe.
Yes, you
We were
were.
safe.
Yes, you were.
Just in case Jay is watching, we were safe.
Oh no, it was absolutely safe. No lie.
But it was still a lot of fun. You know, we try to bring something different every show, you know, something new to the people, something fresh, you know, and we don't discriminate. We don't care what you look like. We don't
Mhm.
care what your background is. You're coming over to our booth. We're welcoming you. If I have merch, I'm giving it away to you. You know, we're making sure that you feel welcome, that you know, like, hey, this is the first booth that you see as you're walking in. We're setting the tone for you, you know, and that's super, super important to me. Set the tone so everybody knows, okay, this is going to be an amazing ass show.
And it's funny that you reference being in the front, because you guys literally, when people walk in, you are front and center, and it is straight up lights, camera, action in that booth, you know.
Yeah.
And now one of the things that I have to say was fascinating for me too is watching your booth come together. So I get there early on Thursday, and I like to go on the convention floor
Mhm.
as everything gets put together. So knowing what the booth looks like when it's at the height of busy, and then being able to see it get put together, it's, you not have just a great crew when the booth is live, but you have a great crew that puts the booth together and breaks the booth down, because
Or-
it's a lot that they have to do to make sure that every station has the right lighting, has the right setup, in terms of seating and all of that. And those horny cats get it going. They bring
For
it to
real.
life.
Exactly. And, you know, we don't have assigned seating, with the exception of our core models that we have, which is usually just four of them. But I've noticed that the people that are coming in, you know, to set up early, those are the ones that are attracting the people. Those are the loudest people. Those are the party animals, the life of the party. You know, they're in before it's even allowed for them to be setting up. We're changing that this year, but they're setting up super early. They're taking down, you know, plexiglass, like they're ready to go to interact with, you know, the fans that are coming in to see them. And it's so amazing to watch these people in their element and in their craft. Like I will never interrupt somebody, you know, when they're in their element and their craft and their passion. I'm letting them do their thing. I'm just making sure that things are running smoothly and that everybody is safe. And that's it.
Well, that's not just it, Ella. I mean, now, granted, I don't know if I ever Were you at Exoticas in like 2019, 2018?
I wasn't. I was a makeup artist for the company that I work for now, for AVN, for a few years. And then I got this opportunity, and then COVID happened. So we had to wait, and then I jumped in last year. It was like my first year running it. But
No
it was
way.
it was easy for me because I also, I don't know if you know what Comic-Con is,
Yes, I
but
do.
I would handle the celebrities for Comic-Con. So I was used to big conventions like that.
Okay.
So it was just a seamless, yeah, it was just easy for me, and I like talking to people. So
Really, because you gave me a hard time about the interview. Well, maybe not a totally hard time, but you certainly were like, well,
you know what it is? Being, a makeup artist that is also, producing different types of shoots. You're always behind the scenes and you're the eyes of that scene, you know? And so that's what I'm used to. I'm not used to being in the spotlight and people asking me questions and my opinions. I'm used to being like, the lighting is off. Ugh, I don't like her makeup in this. Let's go ahead and change something. You know what I mean? I'm usually the one, taking the model in the bathroom if they're having like little mini meltdown, telling them, like you said earlier, you're a bad bitch. People are here to see you, So it was different, when you came up and you're like, can I interview you? And I'm like, ugh, I don't know about all that. So it was a little jarring, but I felt like I had an obligation to do it because
talk
of
about it. Wait,
who
talk
you
about it.
are.
No, not
Yeah,
listen. You talk about it because we had this chat multiple times about why it was important for you to do this. So talk about it.
we did. Because, a lot of people that are in my position don't look like me. A lot of the people that are in my position that are making the decisions don't look like me. And when I have models coming up and telling me, hey, I signed up, for your site because I saw you, or models that have been on the site saying, hey, I'm staying on the site because I see you and it's so important, you know, I knew I had to do it. AVN, 2019 was the last one, I believe. One of the
2020,
models,
actually.
was it 2020? Okay,
Yep.
AVN 2020. One of the models came to me and he was like, Ella, you need to do this. You need to move up in the position. You have to take this position. It's super, super important. We need more people that look like us, that are supporting us and cheering us on. So that's the main reason why I accepted doing the interview. And also, like I said, because I didn't want to get spanked.
You might still, but that's a whole nother story. That's another story. And I think I told you that Tayomi and I were talking about you last week, and I was, sharing with Tayomi about how well your interview did and how excited I was to meet you and to see you in the position that you're in and seeing what you do. And she said the same thing that, for her, being in the position that she's in with Exotica as their resident sexpert, as the person who coordinates all of their education, she's very focused on um, making sure people of color find a home at a space like Exotica, making sure that they have the same level of opportunity to be seen, be heard, to sell product, to make presentations. And you
Yeah,
have no idea what that means until you're there,
true.
unless you are someone who looks like us. You don't know the significance of that. Quite a few of the interviews I did at Exotica last year, the comments were about seeing people who looks like them and about the different people who they saw that looks like them. So, and that's not to take anything away from anybody else, whatever. But
you're right, like the DC one, like we were talking about, when
mhm,
the group of Puerto Ricans came and I ran up and I was like, did I miss it? Because those are my people,
right.
and I made them redo their chant, retake your picture, pull out that flag, and I was like
Mhm.
front and center because I was like, no, no, no. And I was so excited when I saw it because this is something that you don't see. And at that moment, that's when I realized, okay, I understand what everybody's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so funny because Toxic and I had just walked up on them as they were doing it, and you had come just after they finished.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and listen, I am not Puerto Rican even a little bit, but I was super excited because I'm from New York. So I grew up
Right.
around Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all of that. And I'm like, there's something about representation that matters.
Yeah.
And there's something about whether it's African American representation, whether it's Latino representation, it means something to you to be seen and heard and to know you're not alone. And that's the
Mhm.
significance of Ella to me is, oh my God, look at her. Oh, everybody need to know about Ella. Everybody need to know about Ella because she's that bitch. That's my phrase for this year, y'all. I'm that
We're
bitch.
gonna get t-shirts made.
Yes. Um, so with that being said, I'm gonna jump to another commercial break and we're gonna be back with our next guest. And before I do that, I want y'all to buckle up. Okay. Buckle up.
Yes.
Just know I warned you. Buckle up. I will be
Get
right
ready, people. Get ready.
I will be back with my next guest. Y'all ain't ready. Buckle up. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I'll be right back. All right. So here is our schedule for Exotica this year. And coming up first is Chicago. Yes, Chicago, April 29th through May 1st. If you are anywhere in the Chicago area, you need to be there. You need to see me, you need to see Ella, and you gonna need to see my next guest. I'm not even, because just hold on. Just hold on. But come check me out in Chicago, or if you are in Miami, I will be there July 15th through 17th. Up from my East Coast, Northeast, New York in the house, Edison, New Jersey, October 21st through 23rd. And for my Mid Atlantic fam, December 2nd through 4th, we will be in Dulles. I expect to see you in one of those places. And after Casey at Night, for those of you who don't know, I will be on yet another show, BoobTube, 9 o'clock on Exotica TV. We basically run our mouths about the stuff we watch on TV, and we probably should be doing better things with our time. But you know what? That's what I do. So catch us 9 o'clock Exotica TV on YouTube and Twitter with my guest Carrie Anthony and Desiree Desirable Bottom. See you at 9. Okay, so Last year at DC, I met this next guest who I have to say, you know, Ella was like, listen, have you met Miko? I said, no, I don't know Miko. I don't know Miko. You have to meet Miko. She's like, Miko is back there. And she described Miko, she's in gold. She's painted in gold. And I was like, okay, she's painted in gold. And she's like, she's Miko the goddess. You can't miss her. She's back that way. And I'm like, okay, now understand I was getting ready to leave the building, literally getting ready to leave the building. And so I was like, all right, Lorenzo, we gotta go. Ella said we gotta meet Miko. And so we went in the back to meet Miko. And so, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Miko the goddess. Okay, beautiful. You just sit there and look pretty for a second while I read this. It says, my name is Miko the Goddess, MTG. I'm originally from the Windy City, Chicago, and I have a bachelor's of fine arts in fashion design. I have experience as a photographic swimwear, lingerie, and body art model. I also enjoy creative projects like nude art and BDSM. Yeah, we gonna talk about the BDSM. Yes. I am 5'6" 5 feet 6 inches tall, 26-inch waist, 45-inch hip. And see, we only say those things because it matters, and we're gonna let her give you a visual momentarily. I rock short hair and long hair, natural, radiant, cocoa, flawless skin, which makes me the perfect model for swimwear, lingerie, and nude photos. Girl ain't got no problem with self esteem, is all I'm saying. My passions are fashion, art, music, songwriting, hosting, travel, and health. I am currently represented by the Hourglass podcast, which I'm still waiting for my invitation, but we won't talk about that right now. And I enjoy working with photographers that have a creative approach. I enjoy taking my talents out of state and internationally. I'm very coachable and bring energy, understatement, to every modeling project I work on. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miko the goddess. Let him have it, sis. Okay, give us the outfit. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Y'all ready though?
No, they're not ready. So just go on ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 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 See? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, girl. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but the outfit does wonders for me. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, I just want to get that up there. Everybody see, they said you got it, Casey. Okay, we got witness now. We got witness.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And Chris says, I love it. Yep, Chris, I'm with you on that. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chris.
Chrissy, well, damn. Yes, sister. Uh-huh. Yep. Fans are loving it. Loving it. So, Miko, give it. I don't even. Okay, wait. I can't. Hold on. Everybody want to chime in. So let me make sure I get everybody in there. So, Miko, I just read your bio, but I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, who is Miko the goddess, and what does she do?
Thank you. Miko the goddess, she is this model. She is a beautiful nude model as well. I love swimsuits. I roller skate. And also, I just love traveling. I am up and coming, and it is so much coming up. I'm just going to just tell you guys right now. I'm so excited. Just really quick, shout out to the Hourglass podcast. The time is now. Velo, Doug, Boo, and Rated R. Got to give them that shout out. And I am also a part of the podcast team. If you guys don't know, okay?
Okay. So now we know we got the team up in there. We also got the team saying that they're gonna hook it up for Casey to get that interview. So yay. So but Miko, let's talk about Ella sent me towards the back of the convention floor to meet you. And you were explaining to me how you had connected with Ella. Remind me how that came about.
Yes. So I connected with Ella. We was at a Why Not comedy event that was in California. It was actually Hollywood, California. And Tony from New Visual Heights, he introduced me to Ella. But I believe Ella, she spotted me across the room because I had something on very fabulous, similar to this. And that was when I met her. It was at a comedy show, and both of us just hooked up ever since. She just had this great, awesome energy, and plus, I already knew that she was really for women. Just really want to help all types of women such as myself, and I just had a really, really good time there, great energy, and also vibes. So thank you, Ella.
And let's just, I can't again say enough for the fact that Ella was like, you got to go meet Miko. You will thank me after you meet Miko. And I have to know, your energy was through the roof. I mean, it
A
was
lot of
like,
people was telling me that. A lot of
yeah.
people was telling me that, and I didn't know that my energy be so high until people tell me. So that was how I know, or if I look at myself onto a video and I say, "Wow, that's me." My energy is so fucking, so fire.
That's okay, because that's appropriate. That's how I describe it. Yeah, all of that. But I think that's what was so exciting about you. So much fun was that energy. It definitely left me with this feeling of, okay, yeah, no, we're going to be friends with her, because it wasn't simply the high energy. It was what you were talking about. It was a positive energy. You were hyped about women, hyped about loving yourself, hyped about being in the space, hyped
Just through the roof. I know. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. That is a very great quality of myself. If like it is anything outside of this bomb body I got, this beautiful glowing skin, this dimples, personality. It is my character. It is all about how the way I make people feel. That right there is so important to me first before anything, because people tell me all the time, they say, you just make me feel so good. It's something about you. I just really want to be around you. And I just really want to do something with that. And I am doing something with that.
And
I'll tell you
what are
guys.
you doing with that?
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I love hosting. I love being around people. People just gravitate towards me. Okay. People love to invite me to parties. When I go out, like I'm going to tell you this, the party don't start until Miko the goddess get in the house. Okay. That's when the party began.
I believe
And
it.
thank you. And so what I'm doing, I am carrying that through to my photo shoots.
Mhm.
I radiate through my photo shoots. I radiate through parties, through talking to you on live, just like people. And that right there is so important to me first. And I am also radiating that through my beautiful nudity because I love to be nude. I love nude. I love being soft with it. I love being hard with it. I like being fierce and bold with it. And most of all, colorful with it. Tell you that. Okay.
So, and that's I love the fact that you say you love being nude because a lot of folks aren't necessarily comfortable in their skin and they're not comfortable looking at their skin. They're not comfortable looking at themselves naked, And
Yeah.
so how did you find that within yourself to be that comfortable?
Well, well, one thing that I learned is what you think about, you bring about.
Mm.
How the way you feel about yourself, people could see that. So I said to myself, because I'm gonna tell you this, I didn't always start off like this. I wasn't born like this. This developed over years, experience, discernments, heartaches. I used to get talked about a whole lot growing up. Um, and so what I did, what I wanted to do, I said, you know what? I just want to make something beautiful out of it. I want to package that and put it into myself. So to me, I know that the body, it is a amazing machine. What you tell it, it will radiate and do that. So everything what you see, that is how the way I feel. That is pure energy. Okay. And that right there helped me to say, you know what? I love myself. I love my body. I just love being who I am. And that right there makes you beautiful is because of the absoluteness that you have stored inside of you. That is the true you. And because you feel that and know that, people will start to see that. It does not matter what you look like, but what people want to see is like the confidence in you, no matter what you look like.
Right.
It does not matter. It does not matter if you have beautiful skin. My skin is beautiful because of how the way I feel about myself. The feelings is first. The thought process is first.
Right.
The food and everything else comes afterwards. See?
That is awesome. And it is so truthful, and I mean, let's just be honest. We don't all feel that comfortable. And a lot of us will hear what you say and still go, well, that's okay for her. That works for her. But,
That works for me.
like we
Yeah.
were saying earlier, I had said to you guys that every day when my alarm clock goes off, it's Megan the Stallion Savage. And the very first thing she says is, I'm that bitch. And so I literally start off my day with, I'm that bitch. And we go from there.
Exactly, because one thing what I learned, I said, I really have to toot my own horn. You have to toot your own horn because who's going to toot your horn for you? It is
Right.
not going to come up to your door and say, knock, knock, knock. Cassie, I want to toot your horn today. You have to, if it's anybody who hype themselves up, is me. I hype myself up. And you know what? I also love to hype other people up when they get in my presence. I love when people get in my presence. That makes me feel so good. You know what? I just bounce it from me right out to them.
And girl, you certainly do that. That is no lie. I swear. Because I saw you at the end of my Exotica day. I mean, I was dragging myself out the building. And
I
when
see
Ella said,
you. Girl, you so sexy coming up with all this goodness in front of you. And plus Bilo from the Hourglass Car Podcast. Yeah, there go, yeah, Miko, yeah, there go Cassie. You gotta go over there. You gotta go get it. You was just fabulous and fierce when you just approached me. You so beautiful, and I'm gonna tell you this, I'm like a sponge. I soak up everything like around me. That's so important. Okay. And also I have to say that being nude, it doesn't have anything to do with me just saying, oh, look at me, look at my body. I'm so comfortable with myself that I forget that I'm nude sometimes. And I have to remind myself, girl, you're gonna have to put a shirt on when you go outside. It 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 is so spiritual to me and also sexual and also creative, and they all lay on the same form, on the same platform.
Listen, when you talk about yourself being nude, I remember coming up to the booth because she's all Ella said is that she got this gold on. She's all covered in gold. And
I only just had on underwear and boots with some
yeah,
chains on.
thank you. Yes.
And this was out, but it was, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't, right, because you had like gold leaf paint over the appropriate areas. So you were able to finesse the nipples must be covered by just painting them. And
Yes.
and you, oh my God, you just was twirling. And I was like,
Walking, doing a walk like this. You know how I was doing? I was doing it like that.
All of that. And all I kept thinking was I'm here for this. I am so here for this. I am loving this. And I think I just insisted on hugging you. And
the hugs felt so good, right? Because I find myself when I'm nude, I love to go into the sun and drink lots of green juices and let it just radiate at me. So when I give someone a hug, because I'm a big Care Bear, I just give them that energy. They say, oh, your energy is so powerful. I love it. You have such good energy and vibes. And I really appreciate that. And that is something that like I really like to carry on and radiate in my webcamming. And I just love soft nudity. I love hard stuff. I love harnesses. Harnesses is like amazing. I seen you in your harness. Girl, you was doing it. You was doing it in your harness. Okay? I love it.
Yes. Okay. See, like I said, you gonna be my friend, like it or not. But let me go to a commercial because I already know we're gonna be more than an hour. So
oh my goodness, I have so much. And and so it's like when you guys come back, I just want to just let you guys know about the upcoming stuff coming up. Okay.
All right. Hold that thought right there, girl. We're gonna be right back.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon'. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that inside buttercup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up.
Okay, wrong camera. Hold that thought. Wrong camera, y'all. Okay, let me. Yeah, so it's that time of year again. As Lorenzo mentioned, vote for Casey Carter on ASN award shows. Next episode, I will list all the categories you can nominate me for. But let me bring in all my guests. Hey, ladies.
You know,
Okay.
like I said, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome
Thank you,
for
Ella.
that one right there. That jewel of a person, Miko, is everything and more, isn't she?
Oh my God.
Oh, Ella,
Yeah,
thank you.
Look, high octane is what I like to call her. High
right.
octane.
You don't need coffee when you're around her. For
Mm-mm.
what?
And you know what? I do not drink coffee. I may have a latte, a green tea latte, matcha, but I don't drink coffee. I'm just always hyped.
And that's all right. That's all right. So, ladies, I'm gonna start with Miko. What's coming up for you? Where can we find you? Where do we need to be looking?
Yes, thank you. You can find me on Instagram at Miko the Goddess, MikoTheGoddess. You could also find me on YouTube at Miko the Goddess. I have some music on there. You guys will like. I also have a exotic snake scene coming up. It is gonna be a Python snake scene. Stay tuned. It's gonna be, be new that I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up. And also, I will be at Exotica this year. And I am also nominated. Someone nominated me. So for Miss Exotica, I was really like,
Ooh, nice.
Very
thank
nice.
I
you.
like that. So wait, are you going to be in Chicago?
Yes, yeah. This
Okay.
is what I'm at.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because you said you're gonna be at Exotica. I just want to make sure folks know exactly where to find you. Because since
Yeah,
Chicago is first, I want them to know all this chocolate will be there.
chocolate, brownness, caramelness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but and wait, because the one in the middle, she be putting butter on hers, so let's give her that.
Butters.
The
That name
butters.
is so good.
The butters.
And also stay tuned with the Hourglass podcast. We will be having a Vegas takeover, so just subscribe and go to their page and also YouTube to find out more information about it.
Yes, and to find out when Casey will be on the Hourglass podcast.
Yes, Casey, look, we got you, girl.
Okay. I'm just
we got
saying.
you.
I'm just saying.
You priority.
I'm just saying. I'm out here to support the fam in every way I can. So, whatever I can do to help you, whatever we can do to help each other, I'm here for it. I am totally, totally here for it.
And you know what, too? I'm going to tell you this. This is exactly what it is I love about this community, because everybody just link up and just help one another. We just really work social media. We be sending out shout outs to each other. And also shout out to Jay. Hey Jay. Shout out to Jay from Why Not. I have to say that.
Yes, you
and
can.
yeah, I have to say that. And it is just so good. It is just such good energy. And I just love how the way we all just work together. It is like a big family.
It is. And the lovely Ella, what's going on, girl? Where can we find you if we're allowed to find you?
I'm gonna be at all of the Exoticas.
Wait. Pause. Did you say all the Exoticas?
All of them.
That's all 3, 4 of them?
All 4. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
You'll
go ahead.
see
You
me
can
in
finish now.
jeans and a t-shirt. I'll be fully covered up. And I got my RBF unlocked because I'm working, but I'm very nice, so please come and say hi to me.
Say hi to Ella. She may be moving really fast, but just
yes.
get in
I
her
will
line.
stop.
Get
If
it?
I hear my name, I will stop and I will give you my time as long as you're not rude.
Oh, listen. Listen, let a sister know somebody was rude to Ella, and I'm gonna hand them over to Lorenzo. That's all we gonna say.
Mm.
Yeah, and let me
Oh my
remind you. Let me remind you in case you're not sure. Where's my Lorenzo camera? This right here. This right here.
Yeah, let me think somebody's messing with Ella.
gosh.
That's all I'm saying. And because Miko run deep. She got her posse. But we
I
just
do. I have my posse.
That's what I'm
We have
saying. But I just need for y'all to make sure you understand. We here for Ella. Don't be fooled. Don't think Ella out here on the solo. We got her. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you also mentioned, if we're allowed to talk about that, you're going to be collecting an award for.
Yeah, we can't talk too much about that
Okay, so
yet, but
ixnay,
I
ixnay,
yeah.
ixnay, ixnay. Okay, so we will be seeing you all throughout the Exotica season.
Yes.
And what else can we tell the folks about?
I'll be at Why Not. Again, I will be at XBiz Miami coming up. So you'll see me by the pool again. Well, not as covered up because it is South Beach,
Yeah.
but more than most, you know.
Okay, so um, Ella will be at all the Exoticas. Miko, do you plan on being at all the Exoticas or?
Yes, I want to be at all of the exoticas. I know that I'm definitely gonna be in Chicago. I
Okay.
am definitely gonna be in what's that, New Jersey,
Okay.
and hopefully the other ones. But yes, I will be there, and also the Why Not Awards. I'll be there as well
Awesome.
on
Now
the
we have
podcast.
we know where we can
That's my
find the
family.
ladies.
I love them.
We know where we can find the ladies for sure, whether live and in person or on social media. I just want you to know my cheeks are probably going to hurt after I'm done here with you ladies because I feel like I've just been cheesing the
My
whole.
cheeks. Oh my goodness! Like,
Uh-huh.
it's
Yeah.
so tight.
That's a good workout.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In addition to the fact that all this cheesing and smiling is good for your energy. So
It's so
listen,
good.
I'm not into that whole sourpuss look. I'm just saying, don't, yeah, nah. Mm-mm. So, I can't thank you ladies enough, especially you, Ella, because I know, you know, it's not your comfortable space. So I appreciate you pushing your comfort boundaries to do this with me. And I had to pair you with Miko simply because you introduced me to this goddess. And I'm like, I need them
Listen,
together once again.
it was great because both of you guys are my girls. I love you guys so much. And your energy, both of your energies is just so infectious. So somebody that is a tiny bit shy like myself, I feel more comfortable coming out of my shell when I see such strong, beautiful, black, gorgeous women like you guys. Like, I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. I'm about to be like Miko and take off all my clothes and go running around naked.
Girl, I'll
Woo,
be
woo, you heard it first
okay.
here. You heard it first here on Casey at Night. You're gonna have to hope you can find it, but
You know, I may or may not take a selfie. I don't know yet, but she gave me. I listen. Thank you, Miko.
You
These babies
welcome,
is
girl.
coming out.
You
I'm
know
about
what?
to just
It's
take
all
them off.
you. It's all you bouncing back off like to me and like all of the other girls.
Mhm.
They I'm telling you, like, you make the girls feel so at home, so good. I just watched and see. I watched and I had observed the ladies. You, man, words can't express. They love you. I love you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ella.
I
Thank
love
you,
you
Kathy.
too,
I
Ella.
love you
Thank
too,
you.
girl.
Oh, Miko, it's a total love fest. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You're
Okay,
such a big Care Bear.
can I just say my mom right now would be so annoyed with me and my Band-Aid. I don't care. Every time I look
Okay.
at it, however, I think, ooh, your mama would not be happy about that Band-Aid.
It's character. It's fine. It's just character. You're good. You're good.
Because I'm sorry, the pain on that fingernail is way bigger than whether or not it's cute. So
I feel you.
so thank you again, all. And listen, I got so distracted in our pre-show conversation, I forgot to post up my guests for next week. So
You was
y'all
having
be
so
on
much
the
fun.
y'all be on the lookout. I'll post it up. I totally forgot who I got coming next week. Brain somewhere else. But anyway, ladies, don't go anywhere through the outro. You stay right there. For the rest of you, I will either see you next Wednesday at 7 or I will see you at 9 on Exotica TV for the next episode of BoobTube. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.